the Sims, and we're back with more kitty love, and we are just skipping through chapter 8 of Fujimoto's route. Okay, so we're in the thing, so we're gonna choose our wrong answer, and I'm just gonna kind of do it this way. Okay, so let's go left. How did that go up? I should turn left. Wait. How did that part go up, but it's... Oh, do we have to do a whole bunch of other shit? Oh, fuck. Wait, let's go back and try... The other thing says go right. Hold on. Let's go to log. Can we go here? Ah, fucking A. I can't go back? Fuck. Oh, God damn it. What the hell? Why is it not going to the thing? I'm trying to click that. Okay. Fuck. All right, we have to fucking go back. I can't go back to the... I have to reload the fucking save that I just fucking did, but I skipped through. Whoopsie. I have to load all the way back from chapter 5. All right, so let's just do this. I'm going to just try doing the wrong answers here and see if we get the... I keep hitting the wrong button. And see, I don't... But see, that's giving us up too! What the fuck? I don't think there are wrong answers. I'm starting to wonder. I'm literally using the guide for normal at this point just to see if we have to go. I don't want to skip through the whole fucking game. That's going to take goddamn forever. And the other ones, usually you just change the last choice. But this one, there's a whole thing, right? So... But, okay, I don't think there's a wrong answer in this fucking game. I think it's just a matter of not exactly the right answers. So that's kind of throwing you off, because if every time you choose an answer you get up, you're like, oh cool, it's the right answer. Oh my god, then maybe we didn't choose all the right answers in Takuma's route, and it just felt like we chose the right answer all the time. We still got the happy ending, though. But I didn't have the guide, and it was just like, but the black cat at the one point said, make sure you choose the right thing. So the last answer mattered. I don't know if this one... This is really fucking bizarre. I wonder if we're going to get the... Well, we'll just have to start his route all the way from the beginning. Maybe. I mean... I'm gonna guess that maybe you don't get as much, so maybe you get like a 1, a 2, or 1, you went up by 1, or you 2, 3, so maybe, but then that's so fucked up, because how would you know what the right answer is? So now I feel like you can't trust the guide in a way, because then the guide's like telling you, these are the right, well, I mean, yeah, we got the good ending, but we could have chosen any combination and probably gotten the good ending. So like, how do we know... If we're getting up points, how would you know when you played through it and you're like, oh, I got the happy ending. Oh, okay. Like if I was creating a guide and I was playing this, okay, this is the answer I chose. This is the answer I chose. This is the answer I chose. Oh, I got the happy ending. That's what I would put in the guide. But you could choose a different combination. You know what I mean? Like maybe I got 80 points, but if I had chosen a different combination, like this one, straight gave me 3 points, but right gave me 1. But if I chose a different answer, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean... Every fucking answer is right. Okay. All right. So then that's pretty funny, because there was probably someone who's like, you chose the wrong answers in Takuma's right. Because I was like, why is it always the first fucking answer? So I literally could have chosen the first one. Look, they all seemed legit. Okay. And Takuma's right. I still think they were all right. We got the happy ending. I'm just sticking by my choice. Oh shit, then I left without looking at Mr. Fujimoto. Oh fuck, we missed some shit. Okay, hold on. Let me just go back to the thing. I didn't realize, because I was skipping, I forget that this is the one thing I don't like about this game. Skipping doesn't skip what you've read. Clicking auto skips what you've read, but it's kind of annoying because then it's skipping very slowly. So this is like, okay, so this was, I don't think you're pathetic at all. I think, okay, that's the same. I don't think you're pathetic at all. Okay, Mr. Fujimoto looked at me without saying a word. I'm sorry to say this while you're in the middle of your date. I held the bouquet again and bowed. I have work to do. Then I left without looking at Mr. Fujimoto. The next day I was working as you, okay. Then I left without looking at Mr. Fujimoto. That's the only thing that's different at the end. Because the rest, then he grabbed us when we tried to walk away. So we didn't do that this time. The next day, I was working as usual. I couldn't really concentrate on work. Thank you very much. I wonder what happened to Mr. Fujimoto. I delivered the bouquet to the shop, to the office, and came back to the shop, so I don't know how his arranged date went. It's Mr. Fujimoto, so I guess I went well. I was in the middle of my work, but I was curious about what happened after yesterday. Then the bell of the shop entrance rang. Oh, a customer. Hello. Hi. Mr. Fujimoto. It was Mr. Fujimoto wearing his normal clothes. But he looks a little odder than usual. Hello, Mr. Fujimoto. I'm sorry about yesterday. You were working. Were you all right? Yeah, I was able to deliver the bouquet. I see. Glad to hear that. Then Mr. Fujimoto went silent. Are you here for another bouquet today? No, I have another errand today. Another errand? Even if he says that, I can't think of anything. An errand other than flowers? Can you please call your boss? Takuma? Did he come to see Takuma? Maybe he's got something to ask Takuma. I thought it was weird, but I called Takuma anyway. Takuma, you have a visitor. Takuma came out in a rush from the back of the shop. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I have a visitor? Yes. Takuma entered the shop area and looked at Mr. Fujimoto. Mr. Fujimoto's in love with Takuma. Hello, Mr. Fujimoto. Is it your day off? You're wearing normal clothes. Yeah. Well, please have a look at the flowers. I'll try to give some discount to you. Takuma thinks he's here to buy flowers. They greet each other as usual, so I guess it's normal. Takuma, your visitor is actually Mr. Fujimoto. Oh, really? Takuma looks sad. He's like, oh, thought it was a pretty lady, but I mean, okay, I guess. When Takuma heard that, he looked surprisingly at Mr. Fujimoto. I'm sorry for your time while you're working. It's all right, but did I do something wrong? No, I just wanted to talk to her. What, me? Yeah, it's during her work hours, so I thought I should talk to you first. I think I made some trouble yesterday. Then Mr. Fujimoto bowed to Takuma. I'm sorry to interrupt her during her work time yesterday. I was quite late at returning to the shop because I had that incident, so Takuma was very worried. It's all right about what happened yesterday. I was just worried something might have happened. I would have been more relieved if I knew she was with you. Mr. Fujimoto raised his head up. So you're here to talk to her, correct? Mr. Fujimoto nodded when Takuma asked him. I don't mind, but what about you? Do you want to talk to Mr. Fujimoto? When I looked at him, he looks very serious. But actually, he looks more nervous instead. Sure, I want to talk to Mr. Fujimoto. I see. Then why don't you take a break and talk to him? But my work... It's all right. I'll think of it as an early break. Thank you very much. And then he went to the back of the shop again. There's only 2 of us in the shop front. As I said before, I wanted to talk to you, but is it all right? Yes. Mr. Fujimoto looked tense. It's a little difficult to talk here, so can we change the place? Sure. What kind of stuff does he want to talk about? I felt a little worried, but I followed him out from the shop. He took me to the park nearby his place. I feel a little nostalgic here. So many things happened here. I found out when he was going to have an arranged date. I was thinking back over my memories. I sat down on the bench and he sat next to me. What did you want to talk about? I couldn't bear the silence, so I started talking instead. It's about yesterday. It's probably the matchmaking. But why is he telling me this? I've rejected it. I couldn't understand what he meant. What? Rejected, you said? Really? Why would I lie? But the girl is someone through his father's connection. That's why Mr. Fujimoto couldn't decline and was troubled. Were you all right rejecting, though? Are you worried about me? Well, when I looked at Mr. Fujimoto, I remember him being worried about it before, so I am worried for him. It's all right. I had a talk with my father, but I rejected the offer. I was curious about what they talked about, but I couldn't ask him more. And he wouldn't tell me about it anyway. Why did you reject the matchmaking? I couldn't imagine a serious person like him rejecting. Because I realized I loved someone else. The reason was really unexpected. You love someone else? Is it Takuma? Oh, are you asking for my blessing? You go right ahead. Bless your little gay hearts. He really needs to play more like gay games. Just saying. We played that one. I got a bunch of the other ones from that developer, so we'll be playing those at some point. But anyway. Well, it's another pathetic story. I found out about my true feelings right before the matchmaking meeting. Her form might have been different, but she was next to me. Is that... Mr. Fujimoto looked at me with a smile. Apparently I was in love with you. The way he was telling me was still awkward, but it made me happy. I mean, he's awkward, so everything he says is going to be awkward, but it's kind of cute. I'm sorry I was late understanding my feelings. Mr. Fujimoto, I was happy about what he said, but I remembered how much I've been lying to him until now. I looked down out of guilt. I'm sorry to say this all of a sudden. It was too much to take in. When I looked down, Mr. Fujimoto looked troubled again. I mean, I'm happy that you told me this, but I've been lying to you until now. I've been lying to you until... Mr. Fujimoto went silent for a minute before he started talking again. How do you turn into a cat? What exactly happened there? I decided to talk to Mr. Fujimoto about my curse. It's like a fairy tale, but... While I was thinking that I wanted to be a cat, I was cursed by a black cat so that I would turn into a cat at night. Mr. Fujimoto was listening to my unbelievable story. I see. I didn't know that kind of thing could happen. Can you believe me? It happened to me in reality, but when I say it out loud, it sounds unbelievable. You're not the kind of person to make up this sort of lie. So was it a lie? It's true, but... then it's okay. He started stroking my head as if he were petting me when I was a cat. Anyway, is there anything you can do to break the curse? That's... I don't know how to explain it. It's embarrassing to explain this. What's wrong? You went silent. I need to kiss my true love. Oh my god, I said it. When I said that, Mr. Fujimoto looked confused. He thought about it for a second, then talked to me with his cheek blushing. Could it be me? Huh? As I said earlier, I'm in love with you. If I kiss you, would it be possible to break the curse? Mr. Fujimoto's face was completely red and it made me blush too. But... If I kiss you, I won't turn into a cat. Would that be alright? He grabbed my hand while on the bench. Whatever your form is, it'll still be you. Then he kissed me. What happens if it's like if you kiss the wrong person, you'll be a cat forever? He'll be like, well, I'll take care of you if you're a cat forever. Like, the curse has been broken. Is that voice... The voice I heard was the black cat who cursed me. My curse is gone. What happened? It seems the curse is gone, but I feel sad somehow too. When I think how I won't be turning into a cat anymore, it's a little sad. And I won't be able to go to his place that easily. Well, I was preparing some stuff too, so I'm a little sad, but... Huh? Preparing what? Well, I thought it was a stray cat, so I was thinking of becoming its owner. He was thinking like that. I'm sorry, you prepared for nothing. Well, don't worry. I did that because I wanted to. When he said that, he held his hand out. Don't you need to go back to the shop? Oh, I came here for my break. I completely forgot about that. I know it's for work, but it feels sad to leave. Do you want to have dinner with me after work tonight? Is that a date? I was thinking that, but do you not want it to be a date? I never said that. Aww, this one's kind of cute. I took his hand. I'm happy that you asked me on a date. I got up from the bench and said that to Mr. Fujimoto. I see you accepted. It's a little embarrassing. We'll go around the time that you get off work. Okay, thank you. He grabbed my hand tightly and we walked toward the shop. No, okay, so. And we can't skip this. Don't look at the credits. Never not gonna be old. Look, you're only gonna have to do it 2 more times. Okay? We'll have to do it in Kawahara's route twice, and then we'll be in Saijo's route, and then we won't have to worry about it because we'll know. It'll be revealed somewhere in his route before we get to the credits, and again, we'll act surprised and whatnot. But anyway. So yeah. That's Fujimoto's route. Don't have much to say. It's not, I mean, like I was saying in the last part, it wasn't bad. It was cute. But I do feel like it's like they kind of just like, okay, yeah, here's his route, it's fine. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I mean, all right. Could it have been better? Sure, I guess, because I do feel like they kind of went through him fast. I guess we'll see how Kawahara's route is. If his route's really super short too, then maybe it was really just me talking a lot through them and like expounding a lot, and I didn't do that in this one as much, but I mean, I can understand Kohei's route being a little bit longer just because he's the childhood best friend, so we're supposed to have, more of a we're supposed to have more of a relationship with him, and Takuma's was actually the longest because I know, again, part of it could have been, but I think his was still at least 4.5 hours because I think his was at least 4.5 or 5.5 parts. But the first part, half of it was whatever. But like, I mean, his was definitely the longest, and I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe it just took longer because you're trying to figure out the plot and you're like, in the very beginning of a route, but I don't know. They keep getting shorter, so Kawahara's route's probably going to be like 1 part, and then Saijo's route is, well, that was good, so I hope you enjoyed the game, and you're going to be like, wait, what happened? I don't know. No, his route I would expect to be a little bit longer just because he's probably supposed to be the canon route because obviously he's the black guy. I'm sorry, shh. We didn't know that. We know that since the first fucking... Since the cat fucking showed up, I'm like, is it Saijo? Is he the cat? Like, could you have made it any more obvious? Maybe I wouldn't have guessed it if we hadn't played Hustle Cat before this, and it was pretty obvious when you saw Graves. Like, he is heterochromia and the cat does too, and it's like, yeah, that's pretty much fucking you. Like, you know what I mean? It was kind of obvious. It was super obvious, right? And so this was just, he wasn't fooling nobody. And I'm assuming if we actually heard the cat speaking, we probably would have put 2 and 2 together with the voice, but we didn't have the voice acting on, so that should have but anyway. But yeah, so we'll see what happens in Kawahara's route, how long that's going to be, but we'll be doing that next, so look forward to that, and yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.